Welcome to CameraCrate. Today, we're stripping back the complexity of photography to master one of its most powerful tools, shutter speed. In this guide, we'll cover everything from freezing action to creative blur. Simply put, shutter speed is the length of time your camera's shutter stays open to let light hit the sensor. It's the heartbeat of your camera's exposure system. Think of it like a curtain. Open it briefly and you get a flash of light. Leave it open and you get a flood. This physical action is what determines your exposure duration. It's 1/3 of the exposure triangle, working alongside aperture and ISO. Together, these three settings determine how bright or dark your photo will ultimately be. Most modern cameras offer both mechanical and electronic shutters. While mechanical uses physical curtains, electronic shutters scan the sensor, allowing for silent shooting and extreme speeds. By changing how long the shutter stays open, you directly control the amount of light. Longer speeds are great for dark scenes, while fast speeds prevent overexposure in bright sun. Fast shutter speeds, like 1/500th of a second, are used to freeze action. This is the key to capturing moments that are too fast for the human eye to see clearly. This is how you capture individual droplets of water in a splash or a bird's wings mid-flight. To get this level of detail, you need precision and speed. For incredibly fast subjects like this hummingbird, you'll often need speeds of 1/2000th of a second or even faster to prevent any hint of motion blur. Whether it's sports, wildlife, or children playing, fast shutter speeds ensure your subject is crisp, sharp, and full of professional-looking detail. On the other hand, slow shutter speeds allow for creative motion blur. This turns moving water into a soft, silky texture that looks almost painterly. It's also how we capture stunning light trails from cars at night. By keeping the shutter open for several seconds, we record the path of movement over time. You can even use it to paint with light. With a long exposure, sparklers or flashlights can be used to draw shapes and patterns in the dark. For exposures longer than 30 seconds, many cameras have bulb mode. The shutter stays open as long as you hold the button, perfect for starry skies and fireworks. For unpredictable events like lightning, a long shutter speed, often 10 to 20 seconds, gives you the best chance to catch the flash whenever it happens. To use slow speeds in broad daylight, you'll need an ND filter. These act like sunglasses for your lens, blocking light so you can keep the shutter open longer. See the difference? Same subject, but two completely different creative outcomes. One freezes the ride in time, the other shows its frantic energy and movement. A crucial rule for beginners: generally avoid shooting handheld slower than 1/60th of a second. Anything slower risks blurry shots from the natural tremors in your hands. It's important to distinguish between motion blur and camera shake. Motion blur affects only the moving subject, while camera shake makes the entire frame look blurry. For more precision, use the reciprocal rule. If you're using a 200mm lens, your minimum handheld shutter speed should be at least 1/200th of a second. To practice, try shutter priority mode, often marked as S or TV. You pick the shutter speed and the camera automatically calculates the best aperture for you. Start with a static subject like this duck. Experiment with different speeds to see how it affects the background and the overall brightness of your image. Another advanced tip is panning. By tracking a moving subject with a slower shutter speed, you keep the subject sharp while blurring the background into a sense of speed. If you use a flash, be aware of your camera's sync speed. Usually around 1/200th of a second, shooting faster than this can lead to dark bands across your photo. Your first exercise, go outside and try to freeze a moving car or a cyclist using a speed of 1/1000th of a second. Notice how every detail becomes perfectly still. Second, find some moving water, a fountain or a stream, and use a tripod to capture it at 1/4 of a second for that classic silky long exposure look. Third, try panning. Set your speed to 1/30th and follow a passing car with your lens as you click. It takes practice, but the results are worth it. To recap, shutter speed is your tool for controlling light and motion. Fast speeds freeze time, and slow speeds allow it to flow across your sensor. Always watch your handheld limits to avoid unwanted blur, and use shutter priority mode as your training wheels while you learn. Once you master these basics, you'll have the creative freedom to capture the world in ways the eye can't even imagine. Photography is about more than just light. Thanks for watching this guide from CameraCrate. We hope this helps you take your photography to the next level. Now grab your camera and start shooting.